Hello, and welcome to Homer for Monday, March 3rd, 2025. Alhotete tekate moja päälytä nunksere päinei. Kai tote gootala moja turas pukinossara ruias. Reksa sekseoton kehu peatoron erkion hauleis. Reialaton pylakast andras domas de gunaikas. Fraugana peita peneuta dielado seudu korojo. Dienteksi komen eri puolaka me teramelon. Espelei anachto de me profron hypodecto. Kai me pilesos ei te pateron paida pilesei. Unon te lyketon poiloisina pikteatesi. Kai maftein on eteke. Palun te moi opase lauan. Nai ondes katiem ties to lopesi a nason. Kaiseto suuton eteka te oise pieke la kilau. Ek tuomu pileon epe uoketeleska som aloi. Utis taite inai uten megaroisi passastai. Ringo te tees epe moisina gogyönesi katisas. Opsyytäs saimi protomon kai oinona piskon. Puolaki moi kateteossa se pisteetesi kitona. Oinu apo bluestone oinu apo bluestone pie allegenei. Awesome. Okay. Wonderful story here. Wonderful story. Okay. So then on the 10th day, night came. Night arrived. What is this? Gloomy night arrived. Or the 10th day came. Then out of the room of the closely fastened and door duras, I broke out and I left ex elthon. I also went. I jumped over the barrier of the room easily, and I escaped the notice of the guard men and also the slave women won by war, dumoas. Then I fled all over the place, Epanaute, I believe, far off, throughout Hellas, wide landed Hellas, and I arrived at Pythia with its many clods, the mother of sheep, many sheeps, and the land of Peleus the king. And then he took me in, with a good mind. He was very nice. He took me in with a forward mind, and he loved me as a father would love a pilese and the subjunctives, love his only son, and raised me. And he gave me many things. He gave me many things, and he also made me rich, right? Aphneon. And then he also gave me men. He gave me many men. And I lived on the border of Pythia, and I was king of the Dolopesin, so the Dolopians. And also you, he gave me you. And in this way, I tried to make you like the gods. I made you, this is sort of ethika tosu tonse. I made you in likeness to the gods, O Achilles. And I did this out of my spirit loving, my spirit being loving, since, you did not desire with any other man to neither go and eat nor to eat in the hall, right? So go to the feast or go eat in the hall before at least whenever at that time you were on my knees, and you were, sitting there At which point, the meat that was first cut, of the first cuts, I would give to you, and I would also feed you wine, piskon. Many a time would you, having drunk it, right? I think, having put it down. Let's wait for this. See if this comes up. Yeah, many a time you would have wet the chiton of mine, so my clothing on my chest, of wine, spitting it out in your baby helplessness, in your sorry helplessness. Many a time would this happen. Okay, a great passage. Why is this important? Well, I mean, I it's obviously like we mentioned last time that this is Phoinix's son, basically, because Phoinix has been cursed to not have a son. Phoinix lives on the edge of Pythia, right? He gets lots of great stuff, but at the same time, he doesn't get love, right? He doesn't get a son. So it's important that when he does show up to court, right, he gets to at least have somebody to take care of instead. And you can see how he loves him very much because of that. There's this idea of prophron, right? So prophron, this is a heavy word. Thinking ahead of time, he receives me, right? What is this thinking ahead of time-ness? I mean, when you think about it, this is a very long-term perspective here, right? In good earnest, right? But basically, it takes a lot for somebody to arrive on your doorstep and say, hey, I'm cursed. And then you give them an entire town, right? You give them many people to rule over, and you also invite them to dine, and you let them take care of your godlike child, right? I mean, it's that's a pretty true connection, right? And I guess it just goes to show how much the Greeks put into their kingships, right? How much faith they had in their communal excellence. There's a lot of trust here. Because he went all the way around Greece until he finally arrived in wide fertile Pythia, right? It's how many people passed him up, right? And why? And also worth noting, Demoas Tegunaikas, right? Escaping the notice, right? This sort of maybe a metaphor for the situation at hand where they're trying to escape the guards, right? Okay, the guards is the warlike thing. They're also trying to escape the Demoas Tegunaikas, the women won through war, right? The spoil women, right? Because we want to focus on what's actually at stake here, right? Which is love. And his escape from the Thalamos, right, is maybe in parallel to what he would like Achilles to do, which is escape from the sort of imprisonment that his fate has left upon him. And perhaps the real reason why he's so sad is because he knows that is an impossibility, because he simply must live up to his definition of virtue and honor. Anyway, that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for listening, and catch you tomorrow. Take care.